Okay.
All right. So when we left last time, you had just defeated the white in the barrow that the dwarves had uncovered. And you were just kind of divvying up some of the goods that you found inside the barrow that were held either by the king, the queen, the prince, or the princess. Those things are being stowed. Dromer, I assume you're probably looking over the bodies of the 8 dwarves that were in there, putting them to the side, or saying some kind of words over them, something like that. Before this all takes place, you can see that Caranthir looks quite distressed, and he says, the darkness here has worked to diminish the secret fire, and these stone walls grow close. I must away to the surface, but I will take watch there and relieve Talisrit so that he might assist you on any further exploration of these caverns. And then he takes his leave of you. This is where Talisrit will then be down in another 10 minutes, and you can obviously divvy up the last of the pieces there to him. But so Caranthir goes to the top to try to get some air. Obviously, the Noldor.
Before he takes off, should we talk about healing?
Yeah, I mean he does have heal, and he has herbs in the new wand that he's gotten, so that will basically allow everyone to get 1 wound back, which is the max he can give. So you get a wound, basically you're healed 1 wound. What were you at, Inzel? Were you at 4? So you're now at 3. Yeah,
4.
So you're
I was unwounded, so
I had Armir had 1 wound, so he's now good, but Inzel is still pretty shaken up after.
Yeah, she's sitting down.
Yeah, I don't have anything. Armir does have. He'll sit down next to you while Dromer is going over the bodies of the dwarves, and he will say, "Try this. It is something I've picked up along my travels." You can see he hands you some berries.
Oh, thank you. It's very kind. What are they?
And what's that?
What are they? I'm not putting anything in my mouth if I don't know what it is.
What is this again?
They are said to assist with the healing.
All right, I'm gonna trust you. Hopefully it doesn't kill me.
All right. Yeah, you take them. There are only 3 of them, and you eat those, and you get back another point. So you're now at 2 wound.
Thank you.
And then everyone will need to make a decision where to go from here. Obviously, this was one of the offshoots within the course of the cavern system that you're in. And there's obviously more of the cavern system that you haven't investigated. So, and you don't know how many dwarves there were. There were 8 dead here, but you don't have any clue otherwise how many might still be in here. This
chamber was one that had been broken into from the outside, right? Like a wall had been bust in.
Well, they actually broke into it from inside. So
okay.
They were tunneling through a hill, and it had been tunneled into the hill built, and they were like tunneling around and then hit into the back of it and broke into it this way.
Okay.
Right. And it's sealed from the front. You couldn't even probably find it in the hill. The hill's probably over 1,000 years is filled in. You wouldn't even know that there was a tomb there, but they just happened to hit the opposite side of it and broke through into it. So that's how they found it.
Dromer start dragging them out to the hallway, because this is not their burial.
It is not.
This is somebody else's sacred place.
He'll help you as well to get them out into the hall, but from there.
Do I arrive while this is happening?
Do what?
would I get there as they're like dragging bodies out into the hall?
No, we'll say you got there before they started dragging bodies out,
Oh, okay.
because that's because you've been given the harp, whatever else.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Gotcha. Sorry.
yeah, so and you could help as well if you choose to. You know, obviously these are slain dwarves that were killed by the white. After they tell you, they would have told you the tale of, or Karen there
Right.
would have told you what happened when he went to get you up top.
Right.
But after that, you can take them out into the hall outside the tomb itself. But then obviously the hall will go back into the main cavern areas. To drag all of them out of here, you would have to go get wheelbarrows or something like that if you wanted to get them out of this place, and it would be quite time consuming. But you can get them just outside the burial.
Jesus. Perhaps, Stroman, you could just say a few words and I could play a little bit of a tune while you do that. Save us all the time of the dragon, you know. Cold. Is that cold-hearted of me? I don't mean it. I just am thinking, you know, maybe we can move along.
Dwarves, there's the
With
best place they could
Cairns
be.
fire going out and all.
The Irish
They're
elf.
dwarves. They're dwarves. This is the best place they could be.
That's right. See, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Play a mournful tune.
Do you have performance?
I do.
Or do you just have
Yes, I do.
influence? Okay.
No, I have performance.
I thought you were a bard, so I assume you have. Yeah, you could make your performance. Let's see how good it is. Your harrowing tune with your new harp.
I got a 9 out of a 9.5.
Well, actually, you're 2 points higher than that, I suppose, since you've got the harp now, which adds 2 to your.
Oh, right. On the harp, sure. So.
Right, but nevertheless, he does give you a tune. It's not the greatest tune you've ever heard, but it's not the worst either. It carries itself a little bit in the caves and drifts down into the caves a little bit away from you as well. But Dromer, you have the lantern, and you can take it from here if you want to continue on.
Oh, we're gonna go slow because I'm hurt pretty good still.
How many are you at?
3.
You're at 3, so she's at 2. All right, how many do you have total? 5?
5.
Okay. All right.
Continue slowly.
All right. You move up until you get to the cross in the tunnel. This is the place where you could continue, I guess, in what would be considered a northerly fashion, or go back the way you came. If you're exploring further, I guess you're going north. Yeah.
I mean, do we want to find if we can see where that black spherical dome is? See if we can find the underside of that.
Yeah, you have not discovered that yet. That is true.
We'll continue forward.
Okay. You continue on after so many feet, you see that there is a chiseled out area that then leads to a curved hall away to, I guess, what you would consider the east, that you could investigate, or you could continue forward under the rough hewn area.
Let's check out the east first.
Okay.
Now, would you like me to go first, Romers? You seem to be a bit beat up there. I'm willing to
You feel
step
like it?
forward with be a little bit stealthy. But I wouldn't be stealthy with the lantern, but I'll take the lantern and I move forward, letting Dromer stand back and take a breath.
All right. You take
I'm gonna get in this fight.
Damn elves.
You take the lantern. I assume you have your blade out as well.
I do.
Or what? You got a spear? Do you have a spear? You got a spear, a sword, and maybe a bow. I don't know. Anyway,
no, I couldn't. Well, I couldn't do the bow and the lantern at the same time.
Right. So it has to. I guess you have your sword out. Whatever the sword. What's the name of the sword?
I wasn't Calenpar.
Wasn't Calenfor? Yeah, Calenfair.
The deadly leaf.
Anyway, you move forward with it. Your light shining down the corridor. You can see this corridor has been smoothed out very nicely by the dwarves. You definitely get the feel of what you've seen in the dwarven talent of this particular clan of shaping stone. It eventually comes to a small stair leading down that then has a trap door in the ceiling when this at the bottom of the stair, basically. You can make an
Okay.
awareness, Talisrit, when you get down into this area. And I guess if Dromer, if you're right behind him, I'll give you one too. Who is in the
Let's
rear of the
see.
party at this particular time? Do you want Armir
probably-
in the back?
So I
Karen
get
him and
was at
me.
the back initially, but I think I was
Who
right.
was?
Karen there.
Yeah, and I
Initially,
think
he was when we came in.
right. So Karen is now outside. Armir will drop back to the back. That will put Milo and Enzel in the middle. Did both of you make your awareness checks?
Yes.
Drummer did, yes.
8 out of 8.5.
Okay, you can see the twinkling of the lantern shines against the smooth stone, but as it does, you detect just the ever slightest amount of shadow in strips on the far side of the squared off area at the landing. And there's a very cleverly concealed set of handholds where you could actually climb upwards to the trap door here. Excellent work by the dwarves.
Look at this. It's fantastic. Should I go up?
Oh, you already took my lantern, so go ahead.
Well, no, I mean, I'll go up. You point the lantern up at me, so I've got to use both
Oh,
hands to climb.
you might get my axe up your rear too. I don't know yet.
Well, we don't have to get all fancy about it. I'm just saying. You be my guest. Go first. Oh, for fuck's sake! Have I made an enemy of Joe's character already?
They never get along.
25 minutes into this, and already it's fucking right there.
Go
I'm trying to
take
be
a
your
lantern
friend,
out of Dwarf's
Dwarfy.
hand. Come on.
All right.
I asked for it, and you gave it to me. By all means, lead the charge.
All right. Joe, you go up. He'll hold the lantern. Dromer climbs the rungs or the handholds, and you can push the door aside. You can see when you get up there are a couple of broken arrows that are shot into the roof of the like you assume that probably goblins have been down there, couldn't figure a way to get up and just shot it, but that didn't work. So anyway, they you can push it to the side. It gives and you can see what looks to be a dimly lit room. There is some kind of dwarven light shaft that's probably been drilled in through the outside that provides a little light here. Obviously, they would use candles or something else once they're here, but just as an off, it does allow a little bit of light. And you can make out just the dim settings of not only a small workshop, but also a table and basically a kitchenette and like a larder here in this area.
What
But we're
kind of
still
workshop
underground.
are you talking about?
What's that?
What kind of workshop?
Just a couple of bench tables with crafting tools and stuff on them, probably mostly for the working of or shaping of stone, you would assume.
Stone. Okay.
Or small items, yeah. But you do see on one of them there is a dwarven chain shirt that's been hung over one of them, but and you can move into the area as you like, Joe, or request a lantern and light up the entire area, and everyone can go up if you want to.
I'll take the lantern back and help people up as they come.
Okay. Then everyone makes it up in here. As I've described, it is there's nothing else here, although you do see at the main table here, and with place settings and stuff like that, and plates and stuff, you would assume that there are 8 dwarves in residence here. 8
So that was all of them.
chairs, yeah. 8 settings, 8 something like that. There is the dwarven it is a dwarven ring steel chain shirt, and it's +1/+1. I don't know if you've already got that, Joe, but it is
Yeah,
there.
I've already got one.
So it doesn't really help anybody out. But and then the larder is full of some good well preserved provisions. Milo, the
Second
halflings.
breakfast it is. I'm a happy
Would
halfling.
be a shame to let it all go to waste.
Everyone can
Something about this setup that reminds me of an old story, but there's one too many dwarves.
7. Yeah, yeah.
I was thinking that. Weird. I know that same story. I think I know what you're talking about. Strange.
Aye, about the girl that keeps making the same mistake over and over and over again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was about me.
Oh,
Sounds more like an elven story.
Making the same mistake
watch
over
out
and
for
over and over again.
plums and apples.
You can refill your packs from the larder if you want to for the provisions that you've used over the course of a day and a half, and take a little extra if you like to. You have some fine cheeses and stuff that the dwarves have wrapped in wax paper. You can see they also have a good supply of nuts, probably collected from last fall here, and but otherwise there's nothing of particular value here other than the chain shirt.
No other way out either.
No.
I'm going to be stuffing food in my backpack.
Well, we
Your
came
backpack-
for what we found out what we came for, so we just head back and give her information, then head on. Or
We've
should we head
never
to the next
found-
town and send it back?
Well, we found that what has happened to the dwarves, but we have not found what we have been looking for with the
sphere.
sphere, or what is on the far side of the hill. There is still another compound there.
Let me rephrase that. Came for what I wanted.
There nothing. I
Took care
tried
of
to
the
look around.
dwarves.
I tried to look around a little bit more in this space and see if there's anything that the dwarves might have had for healing, any kind of medicines or salves or bandages or anything.
No.
No, Jesus, just a tough bunch, aren't they? Fucking don't even get hurt.
Oh,
Walk
we get
around
hurt.
banging their fucking little heads into things.
Can I sit down for a minute and try and figure out which way that direction to the sphere would be from here?
Well, there's only one direction you can go from here. You have to go back
Just
out to the
continue
main
on.
tunnel and continue north. I mean, that's fairly obvious. You have
Where
to
we
be
need to
close.
go then.
You would assume by your wherewithal of what's going on that you would have to be fairly close to being under it at this point.
All right. I'll relay
so
that. We're close to the sphere, so
So you move out, back down the ladder through this area until you come back to the main thoroughfare that kind of runs through the hill, and continue to move up north. As you do so, you can you begin to detect another heavy smell of musk, and you hear the mutterings of black speech coming up the tunnel area here as
What are
you
they
come
saying?
to another opening.
What are they saying?
prepare yourself.
I understand black speech.
Yeah, they are you assume that there are 3 of them. They're grumbling amongst themselves about they very much wish that they had have dwarf to eat, but the dwarves went down the cursed tunnel, and they have no business unless the other one wants to go get that meat.
I'm gonna quick draw my crossbow as soon as I get a glimpse of them. I'm gonna shoot one. Or if I
And
get
you-
multiples, I mean,
And then you hear from them, what is that? What's that light? Looks elven to me.
Guys.
Maybe we have food after all.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
come get
welcome
this
to Tarzan
food.
then. Here we go.
All right, so you guys move up into the tunnel area, or into the larger area. You can see there are 3 trolls, which is anything more fun than a
I hate trolls.
than
Oh, we got some cave
Tolkien
trolls.
troll.
Yeah.
Right,
Like
you gotta love
that.
them. The rank and bass trolls are my
I
favorite.
say we eat them now. I say we cook them first.
Put them in a pie.
Yep, put them in a pie.
All right. Nevertheless, those are the three buddy trolls. They always come in threes. Who knows why? But it'll be an overall init. So we'll let you guys roll that as they come stumbling up the corridor, clubs in their hands.
Milo got a 9 + 3 is 12.
Okay.
Got a Telsworth got a 4 + 3 is 7.
Dromer,
13.
how many?
13.
He
13.
beat me.
8
Right.
plus 5.
I got 9.
He's a quick dwarf.
Yeah, he
5.
is. Damn.
I got a 9 for Armir and Enzel. What'd you get? The 2. Is that with your +1?
I have no pluses.
Oh, I thought you. Oh, that's right. Oh no, you have a physical plus, don't you?
It
don't
should be your
think so.
physical.
Yeah. What's your physical bonus?
The bonus one.
So
Okay,
yeah,
then that is
you
the bonus
have a
damage.
3 then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So your initiative is +1 on your character sheet for that.
Still pretty low, but
Yeah. Still not.
Still not
super
good.
All right.
better than
and-
0.
Wow, the trolls get natural 10s.
Of course they do.
Got
Everybody
what?
beat them. Doesn't matter at this point, but yeah. Except for, well, I guess Dromer and Milo beat him. But Dromer's gonna have the first shot anyway, but he's using the crossbow, so he can fire down at one of them.
He's gonna fire then drop.
Okay.
Scott, do I know? I haven't used my sword yet. Do I
Yeah.
know if it has any magical properties?
You do. Yeah, you know that if you put in a point of CCV on an attack, it gives you an extra D10
Okay.
of the damage for the item. And I don't know, was yours it was like air, I think. Was
No, it
'cause
was the deadly leaf that had an emerald in it.
the emerald,
But I didn't
yeah.
have any
So
more
some kind of
explanation.
natural, yeah, some kind of natural
Magic.
you know, some natural element that, you know, does extra D10 if you put in a CCV.
Ooh,
I don't know how many CCV Telsworth has, but
7.
all right. So Dromer, you fire first.
Yep.
At one of these
Got a 3, so that should hit.
cave trolls. Yep. Shoot.
Ooh. 25.
25.
Nice, but it's still
Yeah,
probably only
two-
1 wound.
2 10s and a 5.
Wow.
'Cause I don't get to add my bonus.
That's 2 wounds. You can see it buries in his neck, but he still keeps coming. And then Milo at 12. You're currently toward the back. I don't know if you
Yeah,
want to get.
I'm gonna quick draw my short bow
Okay.
and one of my magic arrows and give it that. So I'll be at.
Are you
9.
firing it? Are you firing at the same one that just got bolted?
Yeah, I'll try and take him down. What's his D?
3 is his DT.
So I need a 6 or less, and I got a 1, and I got another 1,
Nice.
and I got a 2.
That's +2 damage.
So I do 1d10 plus 5. And I get a 1.
She clink off his heavy hide.
1, 2, 1.
I hate wasting a critical.
I was hoping for that
on
10.
So the arrow scores him along his shoulder, but does not bring him down as he continues to curse at the bolt that's in his neck. And then they blast into your midst. And And they're gonna do let's see, dwarf, one of them says, and comes right at Dromer to try to smack him. And then we've got Inzel, Armir, and Talsrit. So who's Talsrit, are you still carrying the light?
I think Dromer has that.
I think
Well, no,
Dromer
I would've
has
had
it.
to
He
put
said
it
he took
down.
it back. We never quite determined how it got from me to you and up into the hole, but you did say you had taken it back.
I would
Yeah,
assume
he
I
did say
would
he
have had to
had
put it
taken it
down.
back.
To,
You wouldn't have had it in your hand because you have a heavy crossbow, so it has to go.
I
on
would have had to
Talsrit.
put it on the floor or something.
Right. So one comes at Talsrit. Call odd or even, Inzel.
What's that?
Oh,
Odd
odd
or
or
even?
even.
One more time.
Odd or even, so I can determine who it's going after. You have to call.
Odd.
Odd, 9. One of them comes at you. Congratulations. All right,
Cool.
so the first one we'll take at Inzel. Your defensive threshold is 2. They got a 10. So he smashes the wall, and you can see chips of stone fly everywhere as you duck underneath it. 1 on Dromer, 9, misses him. Uh-oh, I'm high. 1 on Talsrit, 2.
Damn.
Does hit Talsrit though. For 17 points.
Ouch.
So my wound threshold's 11, so that's just 1, right?
One, yeah.
You're able to get your blade up. You can see it clashes there. The green sparks fly out as he drives you back a step. Elf, douse that light. And then it
It's
is
your fucking life.
it's Armir's. He will I guess he'll assist the one on Inzel, so he gets a 9, so he misses. Next person goes Talsrit.
Well, I have my sword out and I'm face to face with this guy, so I'm just gonna he's coming at me, so I'm gonna drop and let his momentum push, and I'll see if I can slice him as he shoves past.
All right.
I attack with my sword.
Are you gonna spend an extra CCV to increase the damage?
Not yet.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I could. Oh, because of the fancy, right? Yeah, sure, I'll do that. Sorry, I was thinking something else. I thought you were talking about the push. No, I thought you were talking about push. I got confused in my head. Yeah, so I'll do the CCV. Take that down to 6. I got a 5. And
He's
my
got a
melee
3D.
combat.
He has a
Yep.
3DT, so you have a negative for holding the lantern, but it's going to be canceled out because of your TS, so
No,
you're fine.
No,
Yeah.
I don't have the lantern.
No, you
Lantern's
did.
on the floor.
Oh, you laid it down before you attacked him?
I thought
I think Dromer
Dromer
would have
had
had
it
to
and
have.
he set it down.
Okay.
I didn't pick it up.
Doesn't matter. You hit,
So-
I assume. If you got a 9 and you're an 8 or a 9 in melee, you should be good.
Yes, I am. 8.5.
Okay.
Okay. And it's 2d10 and plus I spend the CCV, so I get another d10, so 3d10. So
That's correct.
7
Plus, yeah.
plus 7 is 14. Plus another 4 is 18.
And you have no strength bonus or anything?
What's your physical bonus?
Which is my physical. I get a 1.5.
So
one.
you add another one to that.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then
so that's
your
15.
weapon is plus
no,
3.
19.
Your weapon should be plus 3 to damage.
So that's
Okay, I didn't have any of that. That's why I was
22
asking.
points total.
22.
22.
It's still 1 wound.
Damn.
But
I
you
guess
do
I use
want
the roll. All right.
Yeah.
He bellows as you slash him across the side. So you should be at 2d10 plus 4 is your standard damage on that weapon. Is that what's
I
on
thought
your
that was
sheet?
Yeah, but it's a different name
Yeah,
from
because I
either
had
of the
to,
names you gave me before.
right, because I hadn't done the full history, so you have to rename it. That is
Okay,
that.
so that's the same. That is that sword then.
Yeah,
I got you.
there you
okay.
got it. Okay.
Plus 4.
All right. And then last but not least, Inzil. All Are you putting a CCV into it, or are you just slashing away?
Yeah, yeah, I will.
Okay.
Cool, I rolled an 8.
So that misses. So
Not ideal, but
Also,
you and Army are engaging this one, but he's smashing you away. Get off me. He's crushing things, moving around as you two skip around him, trying to get a place for your blade to land. And then it goes back to Dromer, who I assume quick draws his hammer.
A
Or whatever
longsword.
else he's got.
Yeah, he's gonna try that longsword.
What longsword?
+1 from the prince's chest.
Oh, you just took a +1 longsword from the prince? Yeah, you can do that.
It was in the chest. I said I did. So
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
I heard
he
you
did
mention
say
it,
he
but
claimed it.
I didn't think you were really serious. But yeah, you can do that. It's +1 skill, +1 damage. Yeah, 2d10.
if I didn't take it. If I didn't take it, Lancelot would have.
Talis he claims everything.
That is a 4, so that should hit.
All right.
2d10 +4. So 15 points.
And that is a wound. You can see you drop him. That's the one that you hit in the neck. You can see he falls over into the tunnel and rolls to the side, leaking dark fluid everywhere, and lets out a grump. Oh, as he expires. Milo, you can knock another arrow and fire if you choose to.
I will, and this time I'm gonna push because I forgot to
Okay.
do that last time, like an idiot. 5, which I'm at a 9.
That gets him.
So it's this +5, or these 2 dice +5. So 2 and an 8. So 10, 15 points.
15 points is a wound, so he's got 2 wounds.
Woo! I was sweating that one.
And then it is theirs. The one that's on Inzel and Armir, he's going to use the monster fated trait Sweep, and he tries to clear the area around him, attacking you both.
oh boy.
Inzel, he hits with a 4, and Armir, he misses with a 9. Armir ducks. You're not so lucky. And then he smashes.
It's the dress,
you.
I trip over it, you know.
That would be 18 points.
Oof. Okay,
Is that 1 wound or 2?
it's 1.
Mhm.
Barely 1.
You can see, you feel the impact as you try to keep your blade up, absorbing some of the blow, but it still smashes you against one of the walls. And the one on Talsrit, 4 hits him.
are you sure?
I'm positive. 21 points.
Damn.
Ouch.
So that's still just
That's
1
painful.
though. No, yeah, it's only 1.
Because what's your wound
My
threshold?
wound threshold is 11, so the first
Yeah.
one is 12, right?
12 and 23. Yeah, 12, 23.
Still, ouchie.
And that reverberates through your elven arms as you try to block that one away. And then it is Armir. He's going to go as well. You can see he nah, he's just gonna attack.
Could really use that sacred flame about now.
That's Karen Thier. He's the only one that can do that. And I hit, but I did 4 and a 1. 5 plus. That's my stupid. 5 plus 5, 10. Nope, no. Hits, but it can't get through his heavy hide. Then it is Talsrit.
All right, I'm gonna attack with my sword again.
Okay.
That is a 7 out of 8.5. No. Yes, 8.5. And I'll use the CCV. Should I have said that before?
You should, yeah, but if you used it last time, I'll say you could use it this time for sure.
Okay, cool. So 8, 4 is 12, and 4 is 16 plus 4. How many is that? Yeah,
20.
20.
20. You did a wound and you killed him. He falls over.
Yes.
Hey,
And then it is Enzil's.
You immediately see fungus start to grow from the wound because of the natural magic of the sword, like mushrooms.
gross.
Gross. Enzil's grossed out by your sword.
I'm
Oh,
grossed
it's-
out by his sword.
I don't control it. It just does natural stuff. Sometimes it might be pretty. Sometimes it might be ugly.
Just
So
for
I
you,
rolled a
Simon.
You were-
Just for
you
you, Simon, I'm listening to the wolf tones that ruin the town,
were-
yeah, which is also subtitled Aaron Gobra. So
Nice.
So I rolled.
Smoking love it.
So that's a crit, right?
If you rolled a 1,
Yeah. So I have to
Yeah.
roll again to confirm it.
that's correct.
No, it's a 7.
Okay, but you still get a hit, so you do your standard damage. If you put a CCV in like last time,
Yeah. I need to change my dice. Oh my god.
3 ones.
Oh.
I know that feeling.
That should be special bonus thing, like triple snake eyes. It's a 3-eyed crow.
So we both Armir and Enzo land blows
So I did
against the troll.
8 in total.
Yeah, but we could not pierce its hide. And it bellows a challenge, spittle coming out of its mouth as it does so, and then it'll go top of the order, which is Dromer.
Watch out, lass. Dromer's going to charge in. He's actually going to push
Oh,
with
Yes.
a 2.
okay.
Nine, 8, and 6. That's 18, 23, 27 points.
27 is 2 wounds. Okay. And Milo. He pushed, so he can't do anything.
Yep.
So then it is the trolls who can attack all 3 of you with a sweep. So the first one he'll go against is Enzel and gets a 1. Ooh, and a 1, confirmed it. And a 9. So he does 2
Faded
extra.
points.
He does
How
2 extra
many?
D10. He just did a critical against you, Enzel, and he's gonna do 2 extra D10 and knock you out for 1d5 rounds.
You use faded point.
So remember, you have faded points that you could use to stop
Yeah.
this if you need
Yeah, I
to.
think I should.
Okay, so I'll roll for you and let's see what you come up with. Where's my dice? Can we see it? Yes, no, maybe so.
Sort of.
Very
Yeah.
bright. 2, 0.
Oh, all 10. It cost you 10
Ugh.
fading, but you missed it. Ouch.
Jesus.
Yeah, she should add like 12, so.
At
Yeah,
13.
she should be at 12, so she's still got 2 left, but yeah, that hurts. So it misses you. The next attack goes against Aramir and gets a 1 and a 1. Jeez Louise, and a 9.
This
That's
is
the
like
exact same
super
thing I rolled
troll.
last time. And it does 10, 15, 16, 21 points and knocks Armir to the side for 5 rounds. So he still only took a wound from that because luckily the dice were low, but you can see he gets knocked silly against the wall. So he's out of it. And the last attack is against Dromer and hits with a 4. Oh, no, you don't get 4 dice against your you don't get critical like everybody else. But he does do 19 points.
1 wound.
And then it is Armir's, so he'll spend his first stun card of his 5. Then Talisrit.
So I can't switch weapons and attack in the same turn, right?
Yeah,
Only if
quick.
you have-
Unless you have
or
quick.
quick.
You have quick.
I have quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
That'll do it.
All right, cool. So because I'm farther away from this one, so I'm gonna drop my sword, or I guess if I have quick, I can just sheathe my sword and whip out my bow, and take a shot at this guy. That's a 10. I rolled a 10, but I have 11.5 ranged. Is that enough?
No, a 10 is an automatic miss.
Oh, it is? Didn't know
Right. And
that.
remember, it doesn't matter what your TS is, it matters what your RS is. And then you take the RS versus his defensive threshold. So max you can have is 9, -3 is 6. So you need a 6 or less to hit.
So what's the point of the TS then?
Only if
That's
there's
if you
get hurt.
negatives. Like if you've got wounds or something like that, you can cancel out those negatives.
Oh, okay. You'll have to help me with that part.
All right.
So I miss. Arrow goes
It's-
wild, goes too quick.
It's why you're an art teacher, because it's math.
A lot of math, man. There's decimals in here.
Feel that.
No, just because
I
you
use-
keep adding the decimal in does not mean that it has anything to do with anything. You just keep throwing that remainder out for some reason. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Mark.
Right. Mark taught you
Hey,
poorly.
I like that.
So you throw you miss with a 10, fire it sideways, and then the last person to go is Enzo.
Okay, I changed my die.
Okay.
3.
An 8?
3.
Oh, 3. Okay.
Math.
10.
10 does not do it.
Didn't think
All
so.
right, so we go back to the top of the round. I don't think Armir or Enzel did a single point that round, or to anything. Dromer,
He pushed.
he pushed, so he's out. Milo, I guess he's got an arrow, but Mark just left.
What do you say, Scott?
It's your attack, Milo's.
Give me a second.
And if you don't kill it, he's gonna get another sweep.
Let's do it.
I guess I'm pushing one way or the other then, huh?
Right.
Okay, another magic arrow. 1. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Got it.
2.
Nice.
Yes.
That's another crit for you. 2 on the day.
7 this time. Woohoo! That's much better.
7 is plus 2d10.
2, 8, so that's 10. Plus 2 more two more d10.
Yep.
So 5 more is 15. 6 more is 21 plus 5, 26 points.
Okay.
Good hit.
And that kills him.
Woohoo!
All right.
Milo the Troll Slayer.
Nice.
That's the 3rd or 4th troll he's killed.
He has killed a bunch of trolls in his days. That is true. All right. So 3 trolls now stand around you. Somebody can help Armir out of his stupor. Oh, what hit me? What hit me?
That big lug over there. Here,
Oh,
have some
mate.
wine.
Smack you right in the face.
And obviously there's no Caranthir here to heal anybody's wounds that have been hit, and nobody else has healing, so you guys are kind of beat on that standpoint. But you can see in the chamber here that there are 3 alcoves, one of them heading again north, probably another standard area, one that looks like it's probably a test delve where they were looking to see what it was like when they pushed into it. And the other one, the light of the lantern shows on and shows a stair going up.
I feel like that's probably to your sphere.
Go.
Guess we'll head to the
Let's
stairs.
go it then.
All right,
Starting
you
to
head to the
stink in here.
stair. And it goes up a significant distance as you climb a circular stair up until finally you can see light. And it eventually does come out on top of that sphere. and allows you a view of the entire surrounding area of the hill.
Why did we? Why did we come here
I
again?
just- That's fucking spectacular. Look at
It's a
that.
beautiful view.
Okay, you can see my fucking house from here.
I can see the house from here.
I think
Can
we
we-
wanted
can
to
we-
see the
from-
view.
Yeah, from here, can we see like those two? What were they like? The houses or the barracks or whatever?
You
Can we
can,
see
yeah.
if there's any others?
There aren't any others. They're only the two that you saw. One that you haven't investigated, which you assume is the furthest edge of that north, probably that connects the hall below you. And then the one that you came into. Probably both of them are bunkhouses. Remember, in the first bunkhouse, you saw 4 bunks or 4 beds. So there's probably 4 in that one as well.
Probably has-
It would be a very similar setup. But yeah, otherwise, this gives you a beautiful view of the hill, and is absolutely defensible because you could fire down on anything trying to get up onto the hill from this area. But unfortunately, if you open a white barrow, then you're kind of in trouble. Then that's not going to help. To be up
Perhaps
here.
we should rest here then.
There's not enough space up here to make a camp for any particular. It's just basically a watchtower kind of feel to it. You know, maybe 6 by 6 with a lip that goes down and that you can stand across and fire from. But no, you're not going to be able to do anything. But you can see now that you've been in here a while, the day is waning to a certain degree. You probably got here about 10 in the morning, and currently you would say that it is maybe 3 in the afternoon. So you could probably make it to Dispar from here, but it would be dark by the time you got there, or you could camp in the dwarf barrack, or you could go back to the kitchen and camp there. That's about as safe as you could get if you really wanted to.
I say
And
we
then
go back
head
to
out.
the kitchen.
Head out in the morning.
say we-
So there's a nice
we can go to
table
the
set
kitchen
in
or-
there. Everyone can sit.
Go to the
and,
kitchen or push on.
Right. You do get a night's worth of rest, which obviously would start you on the process of healing, I suppose, if you and we can make the assessment too that if you're going to camp, you would collect Caranthir, and he
No,
would
we'll just leave him out. We don't.
and he could give everyone another heal. So if you did get wounded in that battle, you would get a wound back. If you did not get wounded in that battle, you do not get a wound back because he can only do fresh wounds. So I think Armir did get wounded in that battle, so I can get one back. Did you take a wound at all, Inzel, or did you
Yeah, I
did
did.
even?
Yeah.
Okay, then he can heal that one back. I don't know. Maybe Talsrit did. Yeah,
Took 2.
yeah, he can get one back, and you guys can sleep off the night. And remember, you get back a wound. It's 10 minus your resilience in days, so that tells you how long it takes you to get to naturally heal a wound. So, what's your
So is that-
resilience, Inzel?
10. I mean,
10, so-
well, the bonus is 1.5.
Right,
Every
but
day.
but the as long as if your
Yeah,
resilience, is 10,
I'm back up
you
at
get a-
10.
you get a wound back every time you sleep. So
Oh,
in the
nice.
morning you'll get a wound back as well. That's nice.
Cool.
It would take 3 days for Armir to get one back, but he's not wounded after Caranthir. How about you, Talsrit?
9.
So you would get one the next morning, not when you wake up, but the next one you would get a wound back if you had any. Anyway, that's how that's calculated. So make sure you give yourself a wound back, Inzel, in the morning.
Okay.
Everyone else is starting on the road to recovery, but nevertheless, that's where you are. So you spend the night in the dwarf camp, healing up from the wounds taken during exploration. And as you prepare yourself to leave, you can see, and you also noted over the course of the evening, Caranthir seemed almost in a dream state for most of the night. And by morning, he says the following. I have much to contemplate, and these woods were once the home of my people, so I would walk them for a time. You should go on to the human settlement and take your rest there. I will meet you after, and you can watch for me on the trail east to the Dimril Stair. So, and then he takes his leave of you to wander the woods, and allows you to make your half-day travel basically to Dispar. Unless there's
Well,
anything,
that's just great.
unless there's anything that night that anyone particularly has any interest in doing, or something that needs to be done while you sleep.
Finding the dwarven ale stash.
There probably is some there. A couple.
I know there is.
I compose a tune about
Armir and I'll probably discuss something over a cake.
and I sit and strum on my lute, coming up with a little tale about our battles.
Okay, you can make a performance. You can make a performance check.
I can even sing it. It's on. I used Chat GPT to see what it would come up with. It's pretty cool. It's very specific.
See, okay, so here's my question. You're an artist. You probably don't like AI art. I'm a writer.
I fucking hate it.
I hate Chat
Yeah.
GPT. So it
And
really
rightly
irritates me
so.
you're using it.
No, and rightly so. And I am very, very skeptical of it. My wife's a writer and an English teacher. Believe me, we are not huge fans, but I was trying it out and I was sort of blown away by it's not a great poem, but it got everything in and it's kind of funky. But I won't.
This
I won't
means
offend you with it.
criticals for the rest of the game, right?
Yeah,
Scott's gonna
It's just
censor you
Until I draw all the
That is
characters and then I
confusing,
get to be redeemed.
Yeah, then
All right,
it'll spare you.
performance check. So 6, and now okay. So now the TS means nothing. Is what you're saying? It's the RS.
Yeah, it's always the RS. The TS
Okay,
is just
so
that there's
that's-
negative, but there's no negative.
So that's 7. So I succeeded.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Did you have something you were going to tell us that Chat GPT gave you?
No, I was, but now I'm really mad at me. No, it's fucking long, but it starts with, "In the echoing halls of Dwarven Stone, the Fellowship's valor brightly shone. Dromer and Amir and Caranthar's might, with Talisrit's loot, they'd face the night." And it goes on and on. "Inzel's mysteries a guiding hand, Milo's courage a hobbit so grand. Together they strode, their hearts ablaze, in the ancient tomes dark burning," and then I break a string.
Very well done.
I'll finish the rest later, but you get the idea. I got some bits about trolls in there and fucking whites and goblins and shit.
All right. You entertain the folks with your Sylvan poems and singing at the harp. And
I'm a sylvan-tongued devil.
It's interesting to those who of course are members of the company as well, the vast difference between Talisrit and Caranthir. The Noldor high elf and the Sylvan never saw the light of the two trees stick dwelling elves. It's definitely a big difference there between these two.
Yeah, he doesn't have a stick up his ass. That's the difference.
He's a little bit better than the other one.
I'll take that as the highest of compliments.
And you all have take a drink, enjoy some of the dwarven brew, and then would head out the next day. So the woods seem less gloomy as you move east, and you have a fine second breakfast on the cache you discovered in the dwarven's larder about halfway through your travel. And by midday, you see an unwalled bridge town that is Dispar, across some farmsteads and small hills that are covered in grazing goats. The town is smaller than Carindor, and a 2-tower keep lays across the bridge that fords the Canduin, which is obviously a river. There are no guards here that you can see upon entry into the community, and the few locals that are out and about during the late afternoon seem keen on leaving you be as you pass by. A small, what you would consider port of no more, for no more better use of the word, is just south of the bridge, and there are 5 small vessels docked there, each no bigger than a Corsair's launch rowboat, but they are river craft. There are 2 inns or taverns on the main road leading toward the bridge. One is a grander affair called the Golden Island. And the other is a smaller, seedier looking inn called the Tavern called the Gray Fox. You can also hear the sound of a smithy, the ring of a hammer, as it must be utilizing a small water mill near next to the bridge as you move into the town. What are your actions?
Well, like,
Are we staying
gonna
here for the
find an
night
inn.
or?
Most likely, I mean, you're a little bit more than halfway through the day by the time you get here. It would make sense if Caranthir is out wandering around, he'll probably meet you on the Eastern Road the next day. So.
Drummer's gonna go with Milo and find an inn, then he'll probably go to the blacksmith.
Which inn? The Golden Island or the Gray Fox? They're
I'm
both
fine with the Gray
best
Fox.
taverns,
What do
so-
they look like?
One the
one's
gold.
big and fancy, and I think the choice is obvious.
Yeah.
Look at the size of these rings we got, boys. Why spend time at the grungy old fox when we can go to this golden goose? Come on.
I'd rather go to the Great Fox myself.
That's where Drummer's heading. You go spend
go
your
to-
coin over
I
there.
mean, for what it's worth, I agree with the elf.
Yeah.
You see that?
Arm here, the Frenchman,
As
the
much as it
Dorman.
hurts me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the Golden Island is what I am looking.
Of course, because
That's
he is
what we're
French and
talking
everyone else
about.
is pigs.
Joseph was the frogs. No.
I guess the majority speaks.
Oh,
Unless you want to split up, you two could go to the Gray Fox, and everyone else could go to the the Golden Island. It doesn't really matter. If you
yeah, I
stay in-
think we'll split up then, unless Joe's going
Okay.
with them.
No, I'll go wherever. I'm fine rooming with Milo.
So, are you going to the Gray Fox, or are you going to the Golden Island? I guess is the question.
I'm going to the
Milo and
Great
I are going.
Fox.
Yeah.
Okay, so you two go to the Gray Fox, pick up rooms there. The rooms there would at the Gray Fox are going to be just a couple silver for the night. And at the
I got it.
so you can pick that up, and then you said you were going to head to the smithy afterwards, correct?
Yep. Check it out.
Thank
All
you,
right,
friend
and
dwarf.
everyone else goes to the Golden Island. You can see as you Inzil, when you get to the Golden Island, you can see even the framework on the front porch that goes around this area. There are the pillars that hold up the porch have been carved as kind of ladies of the sea, and you can see on the door itself are some Numenorian symbolage, and there is a wave motif, and you can see when you open up the door and get inside, you can see it is fine looking, and it does have a lot of accoutrements that would bespeak to old Numenor. To you, it looks like a collection of stuff put here by someone who has no idea what Numenor was, but they're trying, right? That's what it looks
Tourist
like.
trap, you know?
Right.
Is this like
But-
an Outback Steakhouse?
Right, yeah, basically. Good day, mate. Yeah. So, but you are greeted as you move inside. You can see that the tavern keeper seems quite bespitten by you as soon as you walk in, which is no surprise.
You know
and
I'm trying to get a
offers-
discount though.
Offers
You
everyone.
know I'm hamming it up.
Yeah, right. Everyone to have seats. You can make an influence check on him if you would like to try to work your wiles on by giving him some Numenorian speak or something.
Can I assist her influence if I play the right notes as she enters?
She really doesn't need help.
Right. Well, yeah. And yeah. So, I mean, I suppose it's
I don't know if
possible-
that's even something we can do.
Yeah, you probably don't need to do it. And remember as well, we're also talking about being Tolkien here. So, I mean, this isn't D&D bards. So,
Right. Okay.
so try to keep it to that level, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of hunch my
What'd
shoulders.
what'd you get?
Ugh.
It's going to be it would be an opposed check, so you're adding up now. So you take whatever your roll is and add your level plus your any other bonuses that you have to it.
What level am I? 7?
Yeah.
Let's see. That's a 9. So in total that would be 17.
I think you're higher than that.
I think you're at, so you're 9 is
Yeah.
what you rolled, right? Plus 7, 16
Plus
for your
7.
level. Plus dangerous beauty is 2
Oh
or
yeah.
1.
I think it's 1.
Okay, so that's 17. And then you've got there's no other influence. Do you have any
3.
other?
I have a 3 from Skill Master. Or
There you
2
go.
from Skill Master.
Two,
Well, she's
yeah.
also got Eternal.
Well, that doesn't give her any extra. That just allows people
Okay.
her to basically charm people just by being around them. Yeah.
I'm probably not wearing the gown of golden pearls, am I?
Probably not. You're in your travel.
Good.
Not yet.
Yeah. You can put that on for an evening meal or something if you want. But yeah, you can see he's quite enthralled by that. And you can keep him talking for some time until he is so enraptured by your tales of the Southlands or Gondor or Numenor or whatever you're trying to spin a tale to him about that he's buying, that he insists that all of you must stay at the inn for free this evening, and of course you'll all eat for free.
Wonderful. I'm gonna try to insult his knowledge of Numenor without him knowing that I'm insulting him about his knowledge of Numenor.
Meanwhile, at the Gray Fox, you guys can have some brew there, a meal. All in total will probably cost you a gold between the two of you to eat, and then I guess you could head toward the smithy as well. And remember, Inzel, this is something that you might have forgotten. You've got the Corsair helm.
Yeah,
which
I was
needs
thinking
to be
about that.
repaired. Yeah, it's possible that could be repaired at some point. But if you spend a lot of time talking to this guy, you might not get that done unless you're so it depends. If you could take your leave, I suppose, at some point after having some food and go to the smith if you chose. Drummer, what exactly are you looking to do at the smithy?
I think he wants to see if he's got a spare forge he could Drummer could tinker with for a bit.
Do you
Just
have
got an itch to
influence?
scratch.
You have influence of any type?
I do not have influence. I'm just a dwarf been missing his forge way too long.
Why don't you
Dwarf
make
standing in front of a forge.
asking it to love him? Have you make an awareness check for me -2.
With the 1, yeah.
He seems quite unnerved by the request, overly so in your mind, and does end up denying it, and then says
Well, I guess
he has to close the shop early so he can have no one forging this evening.
I guess I won't be spending my money here then.
Is this a never touch another dwarf's forge kind of situation?
Well, it's not a dwarf, it's a human, but yeah.
Either way, another smith's forge.
And just as you're leaving out of there, Enzel, did you make were you gonna go try to get the helmet worked on?
Yeah, sure. We'll just ask after it, see if it's something that he can figure out.
You get to the door just as Drummer is and Milo. Well, Drummer's stomping out. Milo's smoking
Dromer,
a
not
pipe.
Milo. Milo's smoking a pipe next to the fire.
And you can see the smith sees you. Obviously, your appearance startles him quite a bit, and he stammers around, saying he's just getting ready to close.
Oh, that's a shame. I was gonna ask if you might be able to help me out a little bit. It'll only take a minute.
Make an influence check.
Oh no, hell no.
No, hell no.
I wouldn't spend a dime in there, lass.
Hell no. You just said you were closing.
18.
All right. So you can see he seems to be quite resistant to doing it, but he just cannot say no. And he says he can work on it over the course of the evening. And if you want to check back in the morning, he could have it. He might be able to have it for you.
I give him a pat on the shoulder, say, thank you very much. I appreciate your help.
Like, give me 5 minutes, I'll probably have it done now.
Yes, Master Dwarf. You can see then he closes up the shop, turns around, sees Milo. Oh no. And he has to usher Milo out with smoking bites for you, Hobbit.
We're just
Out
gonna
of my
ruin this
shop.
man's life.
That's fine. I shall go to the inn and smoke them.
All right. You close things up, and then Inzel, I assume you go back to the Golden Island, and then Dromer and Milo return to the festivities of the more common people within the Gray Fox. Make a Milo and Dromer, you can both make awarenesses while you're in the Gray Fox that evening. There are only common people from the town are in here that you could see.
2.
7.
All right.
I got a 1.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm a lot of ones today.
Okay. You get Dromer, you get the same kind of feeling from some of the people here. A lot of them eat quickly and leave, seeming to have some issue with you for some reason that you don't rightly know. You notice this as well, Milo.
Am I that right?
But also you hear a little bit of a wisp of a conversation where someone says to someone else, it'll all be over by the morning. We just got to make it through tonight.
Okay.
Well, do I hear any of that? No.
No, you guys are at the Golden Island.
Oh, right.
You're being entertained by the guy there that's so happy to have you in his establishment. He keeps bringing out trays of food. Now, this is a delicacy I have heard that comes from my chef has been working overtime to prepare
From the South Seas, near the land of the Corsairs.
And Inzel's
the
just
Peligere.
It sure is. Yep.
Yeah. The Bay of Balfalis says this is a fine Do you do
I
anything
will
about that,
say-
Milo?
yeah, I'm gonna tell the dwarf what I heard when I get the chance, but whisper it to him rather.
Okay.
Well, hell, I just thought I hadn't bathed in a month.
No, good dwarf. Your stench is quite tolerable for the moment.
Well, I guess we probably ought to tell the others. I don't know if they're just coming for me or if they're coming for all of us.
So do we go over? We'll go over there and see what these Jobus are doing.
All right. You leave the Gray Fox, moving down the street. And can see the lights are on, the lanterns are on at the Golden
Are
Island.
people in the street reacting similarly to us?
It's dark. I mean, it's shadowed and getting dark now, and there's not
Okay.
many people on the street, really.
Okay.
Most people are in their homes at this point. And you walk in, you can get a cacophony of smells coming out of the inn. You can see a bunch of plates are all on their table, a bunch of drinks and wines and bottles are open. You can see Talos playing
I'll
his
just
harp.
take a seat and start helping
That's what I'm
myself
saying.
to the food and drink.
Drama, have a drink right there.
Oh,
Excuse me,
boys,
lass,
you
can I
made
finish
it.
that?
Come on and join us. This is the life right here. All these things come from, where is it? The Corsair? Fantastic. This
Must
is
be-
exactly
It sure
like this,
does.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Intel?
Let's
Wonderful.
call
Must be-
Corsair.
Sounds
must
like
be
a
nice.
fabulous
Everybody's
place
running
to
away
go.
from me.
All right, so you're able to take a seat. The innkeeper, of course, allows you guys to have more chair pull-ups, more chairs. Any friends of the Lady of Gondor is a friend of mine.
Apparently,
How
they
was
don't
it
like
over at
dwarfs in this town.
the grungy fox? How was the fox?
Apparently, we don't like dwarves in this town.
What?
Or hobbits.
What? Is it a height thing?
I have no clue. Walked in the bar and everybody left. Milo overheard
That's
something. I
true.
can't remember what he said.
That's a
It'll all
shame.
be over by tonight.
What was that? What'll be
That was
over?
what they said. I don't know.
Was it like some kind of passing comment about something unrelated, or did it have to do with them not liking the shorter folks?
I don't know. It seemed to be pointed towards us, and perhaps you as well.
And the blacksmith
But I'm
hated me
quite
as
tall.
well.
But there was a blacksmith. I
Yeah,
believe
he couldn't he couldn't even stand me.
Well, perhaps we should
He
make our leave then. I tried to kind of
He
say
loved the
on the
lass, but
sly.
everybody loves the lass.
He seems
Right,
to
well,
get anything he
a
wants.
fine distraction she is,
It's
but
true.
do we want to stay and risk this?
What's for drink tonight, Joe?
A vanilla porter.
Nice.
All right, as you're discussing this, you hear from outside a bellowing voice that calls, "I seek the sorceress of Umbar."
Oh, that is.
And everyone looks at
Wait.
Enzel.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm no
Jesus, I
sorceress,
thought she
but-
was going to call one of you guys.
Does the voice sound at all familiar to me?
It does. It has a very Easterling tinge to it. You would say that it is your old friend Balagazar.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I hope everybody's in for a fight because my friends
What?
are here.
Sounds like fun to me.
Send her out, and you can leave with your lives.
Now, just technical point. Have we had any more sleeps since we got last got hit points back?
Nope.
No, okay.
You have
Okay,
not.
so we are where we are, huh?
You are where you are. Yeah.
Can I just I don't know, peek out of a window or something, see if there's, more than just him and how many?
You get up, can take a look out, take a sneaking look out a window. I assume probably most of you are wanting to see what's going on here. You can see probably a dozen men out there, most of them wearing having heavy beards, broad shoulders, and wearing animal skins.
Northmen.
But two of them you do recognize. They're in mail, and you recognize them from the town of Carindor, where they must have been mercenaries, and they were watching you 2 nights ago, Enzo, when
Those
you came into
peppers.
the bar there.
These are the
and
ones
you can
that snuck out, Pat and Brent tried to chase.
No, that was on a different town. That was at the last bridge. But yeah, she's had a couple of people looking after, informing her doing information. Nevertheless, and you see among them is a knight, and you can see he has a dread helm on and a shield and a blade across his legs as he is calling toward the inn, with his steed pawing at the ground, at the turf.
Can I make a stealth to slip out one of the side windows and try and work my way around to backstab one of these idiots?
Probably not a side window, but you could make your way maybe to the back of the inn and see if there's a back door or something there. But it
I'll
would
do
take you a
that.
while to do so. But yes, Mark, you could try that.
Well, that's what I'm doing then.
Okay. The halfling, the hobbit, he doesn't look out the window. He just disappears somewhere
Yep.
towards the back. Make a stealth check, Mark.
Okay, I got a stealth of 9, so
Yeah.
well, actually a 10.5, but
Don't confuse Simon. Just tell him it's
I
a
gotta throw it in there just for Simon. Come on.
I don't even know what you said.
See?
I got my
I got
own
a
word
3.
problems to worry about.
So you can see a cook is feverishly working over several dishes in the back, cursing to himself of his horrible master who's making him prepare all these crazy meals. And you can slip out past him. You do see that there's a back door where there is a hound tied up there, but you are able to feed it a juicy bone or something as you slip out the back, and
Grab
it does
something
not
out of the
howl
kitchen
at
to
you
give to it.
as you do so. So that's your action. What's everybody else doing? Looking out these windows at the conflagration of enemies outside.
Well, last, what do you want to do?
If you need a distraction, I might just have one.
Yeah,
I'm
why
not
don't you walk
sure.
out the front door and play for him?
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Part of me thinks that walking out there is the only option I have.
But
Running, they're gonna find me if I run again.
It'll be
Do
like
you
when
really?
John Ray walked in the room going, "Everybody out! I'm gonna cast a fireball," and he had the lowest initiative out of anyone there. So the creatures, which were all wielding two-handed swords, proceeded to chop him into bits.
So yeah, I mean, Armir looks at you and says, "Are you looking to surrender yourself?"
I don't know. There's a dozen men out there. There's a captain. Like what?
That big bastard doesn't
cow-
look like the type to take prisoners.
With your cow at last, could you talk him down?
Maybe.
Or should we
Maybe.
just go out and thump some heads like normal?
How many were there again?
A dozen, and not including him on horse.
Dozen plus that fucker in the helmet.
Yeah.
And
Let's
even at my best, I could only take 6.
That's right.
Well,
How
I could
about
probably
about,
take
I
4.
turn to the innkeeper. You there? Is there a back way out of here?
Through the kitchen.
All right. What's a popular song in this inn? What's something everyone loves?
We
Maybe I've
most
heard
of
of
the locals, most of the locals don't love anything in here. Only the merchants from Arthedaean typically stay in my establishment.
So there's not a singing crowd in here?
No, there's nobody in here but you guys.
Oh shit.
Looks like the commoners knew to stay away.
Oh right. Fuck. So that plan's out the window.
well.
We could set the place on fire. I mean, for lack of a better
I don't
option.
necessarily know what good that would do, but I mean,
Too much good
Oh,
alcohol.
but then
in
you
there
can
to do
sneak out the back while they're dealing with the fire in the front.
I think you should all go out the back. Circle around. I'll distract them here. we'll see. We'll see.
Now, when you say circle round, do you mean to come and meet you somewhere?
We'll see.
I'll be honest, that plan doesn't sound like it works out particularly well for you.
No, it doesn't.
I don't think any of this is going to work out particularly well for me.
I
They
think we're just
probably-
better off going out.
They probably aren't expecting us to rush out and attack.
That sounds
That's
good to
true.
me.
I mean, we've gone this far with that kind of a mentality.
I wonder if they know that you're all here with me.
I would
Oh,
say
most
so.
likely less.
The town knew of us. And
That's
probably
true,
informed us.
but I only initially came here with Taliesin
An Armir.
or Talisrit.
Yeah, but the
So-
they were also didn't like the halfling or the dwarf, so
Yeah,
you assume
they know we're
if
together.
everyone came in together, you were just staying two separate places.
Mm,
Well, what about the idea of sort of a multi-prong attack? When the two of you who are so offended by your height status before, sneak out, come around like you were going to do. I'll go up top and fire arrows down.
You can
I
see
mean, it's sort of this.
here outside as you're talking about this, Balagazar says, time's up. Hit them. And you can see the men start rushing the front.
Here we go.
Okay, I flip over a table and push it up against the door. Someone help me with this. It's fucking on now. We might as well prepare.
yeah,
Sure.
Inzel's
Romer,
gonna help.
push this table.
Yeah, start pushing furniture against the door.
You can make
Yeah,
I would say if everyone puts themselves into it, you should be able to get a table to the door before the men could hit the door to be able to block it. So yeah, you hit the doors, they get hit. They blocked it in some way. Then burn them out, says Valgazar.
Oh gosh.
You can
Now
see
we
a few
go out the back.
we're in a tight spot. I hate fire.
Milo, you are outside. I need you to make an awareness check once you have gotten outside.
Okay. 7. And I rolled a 9 and failed.
Okay, so you slip out and are moving, I guess, around.
I'm
Toward the
working my
front?
way around, to get to where I can take a bow shot at him from the side from
Right.
surprise.
So you're closer to the street in a shadow there. You can see Balgazar pushing his men forward. That would be 10 men toward the front where they've got a couple of them had torches because there's in the street anyway. Start trying to light the in a flame while some of them move around toward the rear. Balgazar is staying there with the two men in chain in the street on his horse.
I'm gonna nail one of the guys with the torch, I think.
Okay.
Where are you shooting from?
The street, another
Yeah.
building on the street, basically. He's coming
Remember,
around
when
the
you-
side of a building.
When you shoot, you could be seen.
Yeah. Make
I
a
know.
shot.
Yeah. I'm the only one out there.
What was I doing when he went out there?
He left instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he left.
right. While we were talking, right.
Yeah, he gave the dog a juicy bone, slipped out. He's been gone.
Yeah. Sorry.
Let's see. That's a 9 plus.
Gonna miss.
No, 9 or less. I haven't rolled yet. I got a 4, which I assume that will hit.
Yes, it
You'd have
does.
to have a 5 DT otherwise. And I do. 8 plus 5 is 13 points on him.
You kill him. He falls over, dropping the torch.
Oh,
Another guy throws a torch through a window into the interior where you guys are.
Grab it and throw it back
Yeah, I was
out.
gonna say Inzel's gonna try to grab it and throw it back.
All right.
We both
Enzo,
reach for the torch and like have a moment, but then she gets it. It's fine.
let's do a knit between Talazrit and Enzel as you guys go for the torch.
That window that they threw in, can I take a shot out?
13.
9. So you grab it.
Yeah, you can move. You can move toward the window. So who won the knit?
Tells
I
her.
did.
Talazrit. You grab the torch, lift it up, and take 22 points. As you can see, a crossbow bolt comes through the window and nails you as soon as you pick it up.
Gosh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Across the street. You can
That's
hear
a wound.
make an awareness check
Son of a
outside
bitch, do I
Milo.
Okay.
hold on to the torch?
Yeah, you need to make a physical save.
5, I
Um,
made it that time.
Made it just 8 out of 9.
Okay, you hold on to it. As you stumble backwards. You come around to look out the window as well, Joe, and you can take a shot if you choose to, Dromer.
I assume
Milo,
I can see the crossbowman, right?
you can see the crossbowman, and another crossbow shatters the wood just above your head, Milo. As another crossbowman hits from a different area outside. Took a shot at you but missed.
I'll
You
shoot
see
one of
the
the
heavy
crossbow
bolt.
ones.
Well, you can't see the crossbow, Joe. The only
I
thing you
can't
can
see
see
it.
outside are the two guys in armor or Balgazar.
Oh,
Or the
one of
bunch
the
of
guys
guys
in
actually
armor.
on the front porch. There are guys on the front porch, but they're not close to the window. Because they're
one
given
of the
the
guys in armor.
all right.
3. So that'll hit. Then I'm going to drop this and move back. Gotcha. 15, 18 points.
18 points, you wounded him.
Well, you gotta remember that
Stumbled
heavy
back.
crossbow takes down their WT, doesn't it?
Indeed it does, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, he did 2 wounds to him. Yeah,
nice.
he just had 3.
So is it a knit roll now then, or what?
Yeah, it'll be a knit for everyone at this particular point after all that stuff goes off. So we'll do new knits. Wiremeer gets a 12.
Milo got
Uh,
7 plus 3, 10.
Okay.
I got a
Dromer?
9.
9 for
12.
Enzo. 12. Talsrit.
7.
That's what you got last time.
Yep.
The basic men got 8s. The 2 lieutenants got 3s. Crossbows got 7s. And Balgazar got a 10. All right, so first person to go then, I guess I would take is Dromer.
I'm gonna sling my crossbow, quick draw my longsword, and probably move out of the window.
You leap out the window
I
onto the porch where the guys are. I mean, there's a bunch of men out on the porch, but yeah, you could absolutely do that.
I mean, if we're going out,
Right. Right. No, 100%. All right. You jump out
All right.
there into the midst of those guys. Next person to go is Armir. You can see he slides past the window and holds up Aeglian, his blade, and you can see it crackles with energy. And he throws a lightning bolt off of it.
Nice.
And it kills one of the other lieutenants outside. It hits him. He falls over. And then it is
Milo's.
Milo's at 10.
I will use my bow to shoot at one of the crossbowmen,
Got it.
and I got a 1. and a 2, and a 7.
Okay.
So what's 7?
7. That's your third critical. Plus
Yep.
2d10.
Mhm.
Yeah, one of them did nothing though.
I know. But still, it's great rolling.
Yeah, I know. I've been rolling tons of 1s. I don't know why. What was it? Plus what?
2d10.
Oh wow. So 3d10 plus 5. 9, 2. That's 11. And 3 is 14 plus 5, 19 points.
Killed him. He falls off a roof onto the street. And then it is
Down to 12 arrows.
Balgazar. You can see he spies you, so he spurs his horse and comes streaming down the street right at you, Milo.
Ah,
It leans down. You can see his blade has vapor coming off of it and slashes at you.
miss, DT4,
Balgazar.
miss.
Yeah, he got it too.
Of course.
And he does 21 points.
Ow.
And
Ow, that's 2 wounds.
and what is
Yum.
what's your physical save, Mark? I'm gonna roll it for you.
9.
6. So you don't take a wound from the blade itself for you to take an extra wound of necrotic. He goes spurring past you and then wheels the horse around. It screams. And
Jesus.
then it is Enzel at 9. So you guys have wedged the door. You can't get out there. There's one broken window that the dwarf has left out where there are men on the porch.
that the one I got shot through?
Staggered back towards the bar with a heavy bolt in his chest, holding the toilet.
Is there an upstairs?
Yeah. But
Okay.
it's not yours yet, Talsrit, but yes, there is.
I know.
So whose turn is it?
It's
Mine.
Enzel's?
Enzel's.
I'm trying to decide if she's panicking enough to be able to do anything. I think she's gonna start making her way upstairs.
Okay. Yeah, you can see you start up the stairs. And then Talsrit's at 7. Are you following her up?
Yeah, I follow her up and I pull out my
You
bow.
still got a torch in your hand as you follow her
And
upstairs.
a crossbow bolt in your chest.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just want to know
Yeah,
what
so
you're not pulling out any bow with a torch in your hand. That's all I'm saying.
well, I don't have arrows in the other hand, but I can.
I mean, you can hand the torch to me
well,
if you're coming up with
yeah,
me.
I give her the torch. Here,
Okay,
take
so I'm
this.
just wondering
Lead
what
the way.
happened to it. Is my
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. And so
Okay.
here, take this torch. I'll back you up, and I take my bow out. Perhaps there's
Okay.
a window up there we can shoot out of.
You two move up the steps, and then it is the base men who all gang up on the dwarf, and your DT goes down by 2, so you're at 2 DT. As 4 of them can attack you on. Kill
Didn't
him,
your guy
bring him
come out too?
down. Huh?
Didn't your guy come out too?
No, I threw a lightning
I
bolt
thought-
out the window
Oh, okay.
off my blade and cost myself 3 CCV, which I can't do again because I've only got 4 CCV. 2 hit and 1 is a 1, and it's a crit. And well, it's not a crit. It's a 1/1 crit, and then it's plus a D10 stun 1 round. They start pounding on the door. Get him. The first one doing 14 points, and then the critical doing 10, 7, 9. It's 26.
Roll your faded because that'd kill me.
Okay.
Let me know what it is.
10.
Ouch. That's
Ow.
Jesus Christ!
Oh!
Well, we're boned.
Ugh.
The
Okay.
dwarf starts to fall. As they have the Dunlandings attack.
Are
With a
we boned?
great
Yeah,
fervor.
we're boned.
And the next person to go then is top of the order because the crossbowman takes him 2 rounds to reload. That's his first round reloading on the other building. So top of the order is Dromer. He's
All right,
stunned.
take a swing at
Faded it. Yeah, so you did. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so you're not stunned.
I'm gonna take a swing at one of these Jobu's.
Ah!
That is a 4, so that'll hit.
That hits.
16, 20 points.
Killed him. And a guy another one takes his place. As you hear the dwarves swinging wildly around him, trying to clear the
Drop
area.
me
The
quick.
next person goes, Armir, he's going to leap out the window to try to help the dwarf, engaging one of the guys there. Hit and killed him. So he can take some of the pressure, but there's so many guys outside. 4 on the dwarf and 3 on Armir. So they all get bonuses. And then the next person to go is Milo. Balagazar looks down through his helm at you. You'll die, Hobbit.
I'll quick draw my magic sword, and I'll attempt a push on him. Normally I'd be at -1, but because of my TS of 12.5.
You're good. Yep.
Yep. So I need, what's his DT? 4?
4.
So I need a 5 or less. And I get a 10 and miss completely. I thought it was a 6 at first, and my stomach kind of dropped, and I saw it was a 10. I was like, ugh.
And
I killed the horse.
Then it is his. He's going to slash at you again. Die, I
DT4.
say. He's got a 5, so 9, that still hits. Dead right on what he needed. No crit.
Yeah, of course he got right what he needed.
He does.
You don't
8,
have to worry,
9.
Simon. I'm the one suffering the Taylor spite today, so
9.
You and me both.
15 points.
15
As he
points.
slashes you, your saving throw is a 6, so you make it and do not take anything from
It's
this.
another wound.
Slash.
At least it's only 1 this time.
Swinging his blade around at you as you try to get underneath this horse's legs, slashing at him. And then it is Inzil. You've made it to the
Okay,
top of the
she's-
stairs. You can see a hall here with several doors.
Yeah, she's
there
gonna
a
run
window?
to a window facing where they are.
The street. You know, if you get to the window facing the street, you probably won't be able to see anything that's going on below because it's on the porch. You can see into the street, but that might be Balagazar or it might be a sniper, but that's all you can see.
Okay, because I want to call out to Balgazar.
Okay.
So any window that I can get to is perfectly fine,
Okay.
or a
So
balcony, or
you can get to the window and throw it open. We'll make a physical save. Well, what is your physical save? I'll just roll it.
6.
Yeah, 3. You throw the door open or throw the window open.
She's going to call to him.
To say what? I'm waiting for this.
She's gonna ask him what he wants. Why are you
Obviously,
here? What do you want from me?
Make an influence check. This is not going to be opposed because you're just trying to make it. So it's underneath 9 or yeah. So it's
Yeah,
whatever.
I rolled a 7. So
Okay.
that is my influence.
You call to him from the window, Balagazar, what do you want? What do you want with me? You can see it's enough to turn him around away from the halfling.
Thank
And
God.
look back at you. You know I am here. He calls back up to you, but he's not looking at the halfling. Next person to go then are the men out front going against the dwarf. 9, 9, 10, 7.
Yes.
Holy moly, that's a crap roll against Armir. They're at +1, so he's at 3 on his DT. 1, 7, 9, so they did get a hit. And it is confirmed, of course, but it's only a 3, so an extra D10. It'll take 3 D10. He takes 20 points, which is a wound. Ugh. 3 of the guys are hacking at him. The other guy in mail, you can see he's falling back toward the gray fox. He has been hit by a heavy crossbow, so he's moving back in that direction. It doesn't look like he's looking to fight at the moment. And then it's Talazrit.
So can I see, I look over her shoulder. Can I see anybody besides Balgazar, or is it just him?
You can make an aware. I won't even make you make an aware. You can see. Well, you have to make an awareness to see the other crossbowman, but you can definitely see the guy in armor that's trying to get to the gray fox.
Okay, so I got 1.
Yeah,
so
you see him.
I saw him. All
You
right,
see a
so
guy
I'm gonna use
cranking
my
a heavy crossbow across the way on the top of another building.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my heroic hail and shoot as many of them as I can.
None of them
So-
are in. Well, Balgazar is
They're not in
engaged
melee.
He's in melee.
I thought he wasn't now because he turned away, so because he lurked because of her voice. And you said
I'll say
he backed off of the halfling.
Yeah, you backed him, and he turned the horse enough that he's not considered in melee. So you can get all 3 of them. You're right.
Nice.
Do the-
So I just
the
oh,
light
it's
arrows
like
shoot.
no, it's like straight up like Hawkeye, just 3 arrows across.
You're not doing 3
Um,
stupid shots at once. You're doing them fast.
They all go different directions, completely different directions.
Completely
Wait, so
different
do I
directions.
just roll
Boy,
once?
bow's pointing one way,
No,
but if I got
3
those
times.
arrows, it'll go in 3.
3 times. Okay, so here's the and my ranged is a 9.
Right. So
So
the
what's
crossbowmen don't have any DT, so that's just a 9. We'll take him first.
okay? So that's 5.
He was reloading. He's trying to put it in.
Do you want me to roll damage?
Yes, please.
Okay. 5 and 3 is 8. Plus 1 is 9.
Killed him. He tumbles
Nice.
back on the roof and slides down. Next person to go is the wounded lieutenant. He's got 2 DT, so you need a 7 or less.
2,
Is this in his back?
and I got a 1. So that's
Now,
a
he's
confirmed
got-
crit,
I mean,
right?
It's not necessarily in back.
You
What?
got to get a 1 on your first roll.
Oh, I
gotta
gotta
go.
get a 1 on the first. I flipped it.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, so but I got a 2 anyway. So I hit him for 5, and 10 is 15 plus 1, 16.
Killed him. He was already wounded.
Nice.
He falls backwards.
And then this one is coming at Balthazar. 6.
He's got a 4, so you missed.
Oh, I
It's off
missed.
his
Damn
shield. And then it is the crossbowmen, but they're gone. So back to the top of the order, Dromer.
Flash another. A 3. 7, 14, 18 points.
Killed him. 3 left on you. And then the next person to go is Armir. You can see he's going to do the same thing. Hits 1 and kills him. We've got 2 left on him, so they got no bonus against him, leaving 5 on the porch. Both lieutenants are dead. Then the next person to go is Milo and then Balagazar.
I pushed last turn, so I can't do anything.
Oh, that's
Can
right.
I move after push?
If you pushed, I think you
Yeah.
can move at half speed. Yeah.
So I'll try and move away around the corner of the building or something to get away from this
Hide
bastard.
in a barrel or something.
You get away from the horse. And then it's Balagazar. He surveys this situation.
The lady asked you a question.
Yeah, it's not
It's
looking
not
as good
polite
for
to
him now.
ignore her.
Not looking so good for him. And you can see he spurs his horse further down the street, jumping between buildings, and says, "The Witch King will find you. I will never give up." She flips him. He rolls through the street. You can see then it would go to the men fighting Dromer and Talazrit. They see him go and they flee as well, giving each of you a free shot against one of them if you'd like to take it, or you can just let them go, one of the two.
Oh,
who would
hell
like
no.
to take that fucking shot. Go ahead, dwarf.
That's right, because they'll
That'll
come
hit.
out from underneath the porch and you can get every one of them. That's horrible.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right,
that's
Dromer first.
21 points on one.
Done. Next person's Armir. Does 16 points, killed one, leaving 3 left. So you got 3 rolls. As you see, 3 guys going after where
First one is a
Balgazar just
7. 7 is a hit.
Yep.
That is a 2. And a 7 is 9 plus 1 is 10.
Killed him. No, I'm sorry, wounded him. Ugh.
Oh, second one is a hit with a 4.
Yep.
It's a 7 plus 6 is 13 plus 1 is 14.
Killed him. Last guy.
And the third one is a 9, but they don't have anything, right? So that hits.
These guys, the Dunlendings have 2 DT. They're not crossed. So I missed him. So 2 of them.
Okay,
get
that
red.
missed him.
One of them with an arrow in
Yeah.
his back. Oh, it's sticking out.
Took an
of his
arrow to the
shoulder
knee.
high.
To the knee.
All right. And you all sit there breathing after that combat.
Milo's gonna drag himself in through the back door,
Poor Milo, the
trying to
dog
staunch his blood.
whimpers at you.
I think Dromer's just going to sit down on the porch.
Are you all right, my friend? That was a heady
Oh.
battle.
Need some drinks.
All
Sort
right.
of prod at the crossbow bolt that's still buried in my shoulder, and I'm like,
Oh,
There's an animist in this town, like happily. So we'll get to that next time and we can take care of
I
it.
was
But
gonna say we need to get a fucking healer in this party.
Come on. You can't be doing this every week, Scott.
Brent was supposed to
time.
be doing this.
I know, dead on. Look at that, 7 o'clock. You think I know what
Amazing.
I'm doing. Amazing. All right. And everyone gets 1,250 experience points for that one. And that's where we'll leave it for this evening.